Cheers.
To another coffee again.
Episode 18.
18, baby.
We're legal.
We are.
We're legal.
I don't know how true that is.
Gonna have some sex. Oh yeah. Our podcast is ready to go. Next episode, we'll be able to drink in Canada. I guess we can drink in Montreal right now.
Yes, I think so. Technically, yes, you can. We can.
So, first thing I'll say is, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. Work was crazy busy, but it was productive.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a very good day. I had a good workout this morning. Thank you.
Oh
It
yeah?
was a very good workout, yes.
Yeah, you worked those muscles. Did
Those
chest day today?
muscles. Pardon me?
Did chest today?
Yes, chest. I think tomorrow, arms, biceps.
Tomorrow's arms.
Yes, shoulders maybe too.
Ooh, a little bit of shoulders.
Yeah,
Never
I
hurt
did a little
nobody.
bit of shoulders today.
That's
Not
good.
much, but
a
just
little
a
bit
little.
of chest and shoulders.
Just touched a bit on shoulders. Yeah. So, yes. And how was your day?
It was good.
Good.
Just dealt with a lot of bullshit today.
Yep. Bullshit.
Same shit, different day.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's but it was good. It was good. Yeah, nothing crazy. I was at a music studio,
Okay.
listening to a new album that my buddy's doing.
Okay. How was it?
So it was good. He's talented.
Good.
So yeah, it was good.
Good.
Yeah, no complaints.
Nice.
So,
That being said.
as per a request, because we do love our suggestions
Yes.
here at
Oddly juicy.
Oddly Juicy. So we had the King,
Yes.
or Jeff is
Jeff.
his name.
Yes.
Jeff, thank you, my friend.
Yes. Again.
Again, he's like, I want you guys to talk about this, and we like that.
Yes.
So he wanted to talk about chasing.
Yes.
People chasing one another. Men should chase women. Women should chase men. His opinion was,
he likes when a woman chases more so than a man in a relationship,
Yes.
or whatever you want to call it.
and he wanted us to debate this. And so
Yes.
Natalie came to me in the morning. We were at the gym yesterday.
Yes.
And she says, hey, I have this great idea. The King recommended this. Jeff recommended this. And we were chatting about it, and I was like, oh, that's a great topic.
Yes.
And so Natalie walks over to our friend at the gym,
Yes.
our big, strong friend, and says, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
And he hit us with some wisdom.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to go into today. So he said, to sum up quickly as we go into the topic, and that's the secondary part of this conversation today, he said, why do we phrase it as chasing when it's courtship? This is two people who are courting one another. This isn't chasing, because chasing implies there's an end goal, and then the end goal implies what do you do when you get it? Like a dog chasing cars. What would the dog ever do if it caught one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So today, we're calling this episode, The Chase is a Scam, Why We Romanticize Running Instead of Choosing.
Okay.
So I'll do my little
Your
opening monologue.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the chase until they catch what they were chasing. Suddenly, the butterflies turn into boredom, the texts slow down, and the group chat's full of, I don't know, I just don't feel it anymore. But maybe the problem isn't the person. Maybe it's the entire idea of the chase. Because when we call it a chase, we turn courtship into a competition. One person pursuing, one person being pursued. And the minute it evens out, the magic disappears. So today we're asking, why do people get addicted to the thrill of the hunt? And what happens when we stop chasing and start choosing?
Good.
So the
like
first
it.
question I have that Natalie can answer is, why does the chase even feel good? Why do people even like the chase? Is it ego? Is it ego, dopamine? The idea that someone's hard to get makes them more desirable? Well, why do we even do this in the first place?
I think it's all of those things. I think people like the chase because it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, it's like you're trying to woo them. You're trying to like sway them into like dating or whatever it is. So you're kind of just like, what about him or her is going to make them be interested in me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think it's the idea of like expressing that and like having having like those crushes and stuff like that, and like being able to like be like trying to get the unattainable goal, I guess, at the end of the day, right? Because it's kind of like you like the hunt for it.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's also like I think whenever you get into when you get of an age when you start looking at the opposite gender or same gender, whatever you're into, um, when you get to that point and you start looking for romantic interest,
Uh-huh.
I feel like the natural next conversation is, all right, you're gonna deal with a lot of rejection, you're gonna deal with a lot of no's, but that's part of the battle.
Yeah.
And so it's not that she's not saying no because she doesn't want you. She's saying no because you haven't won the hunt yet. You haven't chased her down yet.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
so I think it naturally starts with like, oh, there's going to be some resistance, and you have to kind of push past that.
Yep.
And so I think that it's a societal indoctrination on the chase.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that it's also natural as people, like when we're chasing something, as we hit minor goals, we get satisfaction, like it's dopamine hits because
Yeah.
we're succeeding on some level.
Yeah.
And so that's a natural human emotion. And when you have somebody who you're chasing and it goes from like, why is this person even talking to me? Like we'll put it in the gym context. If every day I go to the gym and I see this one girl I like, if I go ask her out right away, she's probably gonna be like, no. But if that turns into a conversation and I see her every morning and I chat with her and we go from there and then we're chatting and she starts confiding in me and I confide in her and there's more, and then I go, how about coffee? And she goes, well, I talk to you every day, so yeah, let's go for coffee.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then it goes from there, and it's like every time there's a success and there's more, she might not be interested in me romantically, but to me, I'm succeeding in my pursuit.
Yeah.
And then it continues and continues.
I think it also makes somebody feel good too.
Yeah.
Knowing that somebody's interested in you highly and trying to get to know you and trying
Mhm.
to like vie for your attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like effort, we equate effort with value.
Yeah.
And the problem is that pursuing somebody like almost to the point of being annoying
Mm-hmm.
is considered, oh well, they're putting in effort.
Yep.
That we consider that more effort than somebody who then almost like a mutual courtship.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea that someone is pursuing them is validating. Right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, they like me so much that they're fighting for my attention.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Is the chase just a way to avoid intimacy and vulnerability?
I don't think so. Because it involves more than just that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe your vulnerable side, maybe a little bit of the vulnerable side. Intimacy, maybe not so much, unless you're not really into the whole like touchy
Mm-hmm.
feely thing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Then okay, maybe there are a little bit of like boundaries that some people are like hesitant on in terms of that. But I don't think it's solely based. Like I don't think it's, you know what I mean, like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think about it?
Let me reread this as I think about it. I think on some level, it's not that it avoids, like I feel like the natural progression is into an intimate and
Yes.
and what's the other word I used? Intimate and
Vulnerability.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think relationships naturally progress to that point.
Yes.
Do I think that as they chase, they shut that off? Yes. I think the chase becomes so one-dimensional in terms of succeeding in wooing somebody or getting somebody
Mm-hmm.
that the issue is everybody puts on, as we talked about, and was that the last episode where you have your PR rep?
That was 2 episodes ago. I
Two
believe.
episodes ago.
Yeah.
You put on your PR rep, and so like for a lot of guys, it's like, oh, I'm physically interested in this girl. I'm sexually attracted to her. I think she's amazing. I want that cookie. How do I get my hand in the cookie jar? It's like a kid. Kid will say anything to get a cookie.
Right.
And so I think that's a case where the intimacy and vulnerability isn't addressed or isn't isn't connected into building a relationship with somebody, because all they're focused on is how do I show up? How do I put this girl in a position where I can get that cookie that I
Yeah.
want?
Yeah.
What date do I take her on? Oh, get her drunk. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. How do I get to know her better? How do I get to that point of of chasing until I get the pursuit, right?
Yeah.
Or succeed in the pursuit.
Yeah.
And so I find that a lot of men, at least, will kind of say whatever, do whatever, won't really connect with themselves, because it's not about who they are. It's about how can I be in a certain way to get the cookie.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Now what happens after the chase ends? Well, I think this is the age old thing where you get the cookie and then you're like, that cookie was good. I don't know if I want it again.
Right. Right.
And because it was so, the goal, the what you were shooting for, the star in the sky, was that physical moment, or just having that person in some regard. And especially if it was a long drawn out chase process, like if you were trying for this girl for months and then finally she gave in and let you have the cookie, or just went out with you or whatever, it's because you put that person on a pedestal and then you achieved that level. Because you're on an upwards trajectory, I feel like naturally you're like, oh, what's next?
Yeah.
And when you realize that there isn't anything next in chasing that person, you become disenfranchised or disinterested, because you're like, I got what I wanted.
Right.
I'm bored now.
Yeah.
And like, I don't actually like this girl or this guy. I don't actually like them. I got what I wanted from them. I'm good to move on. What do you think of
that? I think what our friend at the gym did make a very valid point about, no, really, because I think it was the wording that we used in the sentence initially that I brought up to him. And the fact that he's like, it's not a chase. It should never be called a chase if that's not what the intention is. You should be calling it a courtship, which is an old-fashioned term, but that's what it should be. Like a chase is more like a, oh, slap you and I got you over my back, Neanderthal type. You know what I mean? It's like that. Whereas like courtship is like, it's like
you're mutually building together. You're working together to achieve a goal together.
Yeah, exactly. And that goal is to date. That goal is to whatever, to
succeed in life, make money,
exactly.
hustle,
exactly.
like do fun things, exist, conquer the world together.
Exactly.
Right?
That essentially
kind of
that's what it is, right? So I feel that when the chase is gone, if that's what we're gonna word it, since this is what the topic is.
Well, we're gonna go into the next question is courtship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when the chase is gone, it's kind of like, it's exactly like what he said. It's like the dog chases the ball. What does the dog do? It brings it back. But once that's done and over with, it's kind of like, okay, so what's next? You've exhausted.
Yeah, I'm bored of playing with the ball.
Exactly. I want something different.
I want something else. I want something new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the intention, right? And I mean, everything in life comes back to intention, really.
100%, yeah.
If your intention is just to put this person on a pedestal and chase them, I mean, this is why a lot of people immediately have regrets after getting into a relationship with somebody, is because they put them on such a pedestal and they say, oh, this person's so amazing. And then when they find out that they're a human being who's valuable or fallible, and who has issues and errors, and life isn't as amazing as they put itself out to be, and they just realize, oh, this person's human, well, then they go, oh, I thought they were so perfect. This fantasy in my mind I made up.
Yeah.
And now they're not that fantasy, and I put them on a pedestal, so now I'm disinterested.
Yeah.
That happens with a lot of men too, especially for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all connected back to like, the harder you are to get, the more valuable you're perceived as, even if it's like a natural progression because you guys are in love, because your intention and what you're setting out is oh, this is somebody who I have to get. If you have that natural chemistry, and this is why guys are like, oh, I slept with her after met her in an hour, slept with her in 2 hours, and now I have no respect for her because she was easy.
Yeah.
It's that slippery slope down into insanity, right?
Exactly.
So, courtship.
Yes.
What does mutual courtship actually look like? What does that look like? Because we know what chasing looks like. Chasing is someone's largely disinterested, and somebody else pushes, whether it's love bombing, whatever it is.
Yes.
pushes, finally gets them.
Yes.
What does courtship look like?
So courtship to me is what we just explained. It's where it's like a mutual agreement that you want to continue to plan dates. You want to continue to get them to get to know them in doses, and like do things and know them as a person, like deeper, on a deeper level, not just surface level. That to me is courtship, and like kind of showing your vulnerable side is a part of a courtship as well. If you get to that point, you know what I mean. If you're dating for a while and you're realizing, okay, yeah, you know what, they've seen a lot of different sides of me as I have with them, and like I'm comfortable enough to, you know, show those, because it's like a lot of people we talked about before don't show those things off the bat, but again, depending on the circumstance, right? But I mean, the courtship is where it's like there's a goal, like we said. The goal is not to just smash on the first second date. The goal is to build a world together, combine two worlds together, and then see, like, you know, long term, whatever the case may be. It's not like a, oh, I'm just gonna date for 6 months. Like, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's that to me is what a courtship is.
Yeah, I find it's interesting because when you look back on relationships, you can kind of always categorize them. It's like, were we mutually interested in one another?
Yeah.
Or were we, was one of us trying to win somebody over?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it comes down to. And I actually wrote it down. It's the how do we shift from winning them over to building something real? And it all goes back to intention is the core of it.
Yeah.
And so with courtship, I find that courtship is really comes easily. Like you're not fighting to be relevant to that person. You're not fighting to take them out. You're not fighting to make plans. It's like everything is very easy.
Yeah.
Because you're both working on it.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and I understand, to go back to Jeff's point, I understand why he would like the woman to be pursuing him. And I think that's largely to do with the assumption that the man is going to be more accepting of the woman.
Right.
Because I find that there's a lot of cases where the woman is disinterested in the man, but the man likes the woman, so he's pursuing her, but she's putting up the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And makes it horribly difficult. So I think the reason he says, oh, the man is, or I should say, you, Jeff, the reason he wants the girl to be interested and pursue is because I think largely that a man likes that interest from a woman and will be a lot more accepting of it than the vice versa.
Okay.
And I agree with him to an extent. I think that women are just receive a lot more desire from a multitude of men.
Oh yes.
And
Absolutely.
because of that, they are like, you know, I get 10 compliments from riffraff a day. Like I'm not worried about you.
Yeah.
Versus a man, when a man has a woman be like, I'm super interested in you, he's like, whoa, that's a new experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially a unattractive man.
Yeah.
Not that Jeff, I'm not saying anything about you, just to be clear. But the unattractive men I find don't get compliments. They don't get compliments. They don't get recognition. They're never going to get that. So when you're in the top percent, you get pursued by a lot of women.
Right.
But then when you're not in the top percent and when you finally get approached by a woman or you get pursued by a woman, it's like, oh, I have to take this seriously because this doesn't happen. So I think that's that chase mindset.
Yeah.
We're going back to courtship. Courtship is very much you're not hiding interest in one another or trying to play any stupid games. You're both mutually like, I like you, you like me. Let's explore what this means to do that together.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think so. That's the difference, I guess, between the chase and courtship.
Can two people pursue each other equally, or does one person always end up leading?
I think I think in the beginning, for sure, two people
think
can,
so.
And then eventually, maybe not all the time, but eventually one will lead the other more so. Now that could be a man or that could be a woman. It just depends on your personality. It depends on, you know, who's the alpha. There's always an alpha, and you know what I mean. It's not necessarily always the man. It could be like the woman, and sometimes Sometimes there are men that like that when a woman steps up to the plate and shows like, oh, okay, we're doing this. Okay, just kick back and they do nothing. Like they don't have to. It's easy for them, right? Because it's just like, you know, they like that. Maybe they've gotten used to that. Maybe they were the person that led, and then that just kind of got effed up. So they thought, okay, let's try this time and see, and vice versa. You know, for a woman to be the same way, you know, So I think yes, you when you first start, most of the time, I would say people follow suit,
Yeah.
like together, right?
I would say, yeah, I'd say it's definitely. I think there's always a leader,
There is, yeah,
but
absolutely.
there's always somebody who's going to be a little bit more interested, and I think that's just naturally how relationships are.
That's right.
Now, once you are together for a little bit of time, I think it really, really balances out,
Yeah.
and you both come at each other at we'll call it at 100% each.
Uh huh.
But in the beginning, I think it's always going to be a balance because you have somebody who saw the other person is like I'm interested in you,
Yes.
and you have the other person who maybe was like, oh, I find you attractive, but not necessarily that I'm head over heels for you.
Right.
And so I think that's only natural that one person is going to be at, leading a little bit in
Mhm.
terms of let's go out, let's go on a date, let's do
Mhm.
this, let's do that.
Mhm.
And then I think it's natural for the other person, or not think, I know it's natural for the other person to follow. And then once they're interested and the feelings are mutual, then they're also pushing back into it because it's that balancing scale in the beginning.
Yes.
And I think that's also where people get confused and why it's turned from courtship into chasing.
Okay.
Because in that beginning, there is always going to be a leader.
Yeah.
And I think that that's largely been the understanding of what it means to court has been lost in that one, like the couple dates in the beginning where there is a leader. And I think people have gotten used to that being the case with relationships. And so it's turned into this advice of, oh, you have to pursue them.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's not necessarily what it is. You have to find somebody who's mutually interested on some level. But yes, you might have to put more effort in because they're coming to terms with that liking or that interest.
Yeah.
Like, I love this example, and it's talking about how we can talk about men versus women who's supposed to make the first move. And men should make the first move, but women should indicate that they're open for a first move.
Oh,
from
for
a
sure.
man.
100%.
And the best example that I love for this is if a man sees a beautiful woman walk down the street and they make eye contact, he might want to pursue her, but he's like, I don't know if she's interested.
Right.
And so the age-old trope would be that she drops her handkerchief. And he goes, Madame, and picks it up and gives it to her. And then she's like, oh, thank you. And then he goes, can I take you out for dinner? Right?
Yeah.
And that's the mutual courtship, right? Because they've seen each other. He is looking at her with that intensity, and she opens the floor saying, I am interested if you're interested in trying something.
Right. Right.
And then she drops the handkerchief, indicating a chance for him to interact, and then she takes it from there. And I think a lot of people have stopped looking for those mutual interactions or stopped doing those mutual interactions in favor of just being the pickup artist of like, oh, well, I'm not going to wait for her to indicate she's interested in me. I'm just going to come out of the gate and be like,
Shoot my
what's
shot.
up? What's up, baby? Let's take it someplace else, right? Or as in the clubs that, every so often when I've been, when there's the fucking piranhas at the end, and everybody's leaving, and then at the last hour all the guys are standing with their drinks, like looking out over the dance floor, looking for the last girl to snatch up.
And then they go up and talk and say, hi, how are you? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, I've been watching you like all night. And then the girl will be like, you've been watching all night. Because I'm like that, right? I'm like, you've been watching all night. I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, you look really pretty. I really want to talk to you. So why didn't you talk to me? Why do you wait now? At the end of the night.
Yeah, the lights are, the big bright lights are on, house lights are on, everybody's leaving, everybody's making sure they have all their shit, and they're like, hey, baby, want to go out to eat and maybe come back to my place?
Yeah, hey,
it's
baby,
like,
no.
Whoa. You
No.
finally worked up the courage,
that.
eh?
I hate that because at the end of the night, that's when all these thirsty motherfuckers come out and they're just like, yeah, they all come creeping around the corners and it's just like, ew, ew, and ew.
Oh, I was in, it reminds me of this great story. I was in Vegas and I was with my sister and a mutual friend of ours who's a female. And we were all at, I can't remember the club's name. Omnia. We were at Omnia, big club in Vegas. Everybody knows it. Most people know it.
Okay.
It has the ceiling that goes up and down.
Okay.
The chandelier and everything.
Okay.
So we're there and we're partying, we're having a good time and everything, and then we're hitting the witching hour as the main DJ wraps up his set. Then there's the last DJ to play out the last hour and whatever. And so I noticed very quickly as we're like dancing in the middle of the dance floor and chatting and whatever, I'd already fought off quite a bit of men,
Yeah.
with my Aikido. I'd already fought off a lot of men, but then at the end, I became very aware
Mm-hmm.
that there was a dwindling amount of females on the dance floor.
Mm.
And so I have my sister and our friend dancing, and we're all having a good time and whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm looking around, realizing that. And so Omnia, there's a big dance floor in the middle, and then there's like booths around,
Okay.
and then there's an upper ring of booths, and then a top ring of booths
Okay.
of like a second level.
Okay.
And I'm becoming very aware that there's a lot of men standing there looking down,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like, oh my God, we're in the Shark Tank.
You're the
So,
chum.
we're the show. Oh yeah. And so I was like, okay, time to go. And they're like, oh, but this song's so good. I'm like, yeah. We'll go find somewhere else to party.
Yeah.
And so I'm like dragging them out of the
Yeah.
dance floor,
Yeah.
going, oh my God.
Yep.
Oh.
Because they're looking. They're on the prey right then.
Yeah, everyone's
Then in
like,
there.
who's gonna come home? And of course, as I'm leaving, you're seeing all the drunk girls getting picked off
Oh
by
God.
the guys. Hey baby, where are you going? Maybe we can come back to my room.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh
Right?
no.
Oh,
No.
God.
Oh. Yeah. So it's interesting to see
Yep.
that. I can't. And that men actually, it still works. It still works.
It does.
And I'm
work.
just like, I look at these girls and I'm like, oh my God. Like, women, you know, unless you don't give a shit. Hey, again, to each their own. But like, God damn it, it's like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. Whatever. The night's closing out, but it's just kind of it's the gross feeling of knowing you didn't take a shot.
yeah,
You didn't take a shot to go talk to her or interact with her at all until the last bit.
yeah,
And to each their own. We're humans. We have those human itches.
yes,
And some of the girls, some of the guys want to fuck. Some of the girls want to fuck.
yeah.
And it's just like picking up scraps. It's
Yeah.
so.
I know. The worst is when you see a guy talk to your friend or you, and then they'll go to the next person right next to you and start chatting with them, and you're just looking at them. I'm like, you just ran by me.
They're just not interested.
I'm like, you ran to my friend, and I'm like, for real, like this is what you're doing,
Yeah.
and in no shame, like zero shame.
No, because it's a numbers game. It's literally like the more girls you ask, the better likelihood
The
that you'll get a
chances
yes.
are that at least you're gonna get one.
Right. Hence why people say it's the chase, it's the hunt, because it doesn't matter. It's a numbers game. If you the best story I've ever heard from a guy is he's like, if you want to have sex with a woman, just go down the bar. Right? Yeah. Like he's talking about a bar in New York that has like 100 stools, and he would just walk down and say to all the girls, he'd be like, "Do you want to have sex with me tonight? Do you want to have sex with me tonight? Do you want to have sex with me tonight?" And he'd get slapped and a drink poured on him or whatever. Like the disrespect.
Mhm.
And I agree with the girls' reactions. It's a bit like, what's the word? Forthcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But then he'd get down the line and the girl would be like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Can you buy me a drink first so I
Yeah.
don't have to remember?" Like, it's a numbers game. And so, of course, we would have courtship dissolve into, or I say dissolve, or get adulterated into chasing, hunting.
Yeah.
Because it's very much turned into, well, if you play the game a certain way, it isn't about courting. It is just purely about hunting.
Yes.
And finding that prey,
Yes.
prey for the evening.
Yes.
Or my favorite is when guys go, "Oh, did you see? I took that girl home. I'm such a killer. What can I say? Blah 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 blah." And then you go, Did her bra and underwear match?" And then they go, "Yeah, it did. It was red." "Ah, so you didn't fuck her. She fucked you."
That was the plan. That was the plan, and that was the intent from the woman.
What do you mean? Sorry, buddy. That sucks.
Womp womp.
You can equally be the hunted. You can
Yeah.
think you're the hunter and
Yeah.
then end up the prey.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any stories about chasing where you were fighting for a guy and then you interact with him in some way, went on a date and went, "Wow, this guy fucking sucks." Or you're like, "I thought this guy was so great," and then, ugh.
I wouldn't no, not necessarily. No.
Have you ever had a guy really fight so hard for your attention and then as soon as he got it, just disappear into the night?
Yeah, I've had like people like that in my past that have done that for sure. Because it was just like, yeah, it was like, again, that was the chase, right? It's like they got what they wanted, and it was just like, okay, now that I got her, it's like, okay, well, that's kind of one and done.
Yeah, you just gotta do it. Like, I mean, I feel like it's a very guy experience too.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
and sometimes it's we're quoting the whole idea of you get what you wanted, right? You
Yeah.
get the cookie out of the cookie jar. But I've had it where I've saw this girl, I thought she was amazing and beautiful and stunning and had a good personality and whatever else, and then you finally get her out for dinner after chatting with her and doing whatever
Mhm.
or seeing her a lot. You get her out for dinner and then you're talking to her and you go, "Whoa, you're a fucking shitty person." Whoa.
That bad?
Oh yeah, like there's been two instances that I can think of where I've gone out for dinner dates and the girl, just the things that she was saying to me, I was
Oh.
like, "Oh my god, you're awful. You're just a
Yeah.
terrible person." And it went to the point where I was just like, "You know what? There's the money for the meal.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave. You
Yeah.
enjoy."
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I had one, this was like many moons ago, and he was like Persian or something. I don't
Mm.
know. I thought, okay, I'd shoot the shit, and they'd
Shout
just be
out to
like,
Persians.
right. And I thought, okay, we'll just try. And it was like we went to this bar up at like, oh, what is it? Like Markham
Mhm.
area, like off the 40, 404, 404,
Mhm.
401. Yeah. And then I was like, the hell? So we went in, and it was like predominantly like a lot of Asian people. He
Mhm.
made a comment about Asian people, and I was like, do you see the people that are around us? He's like, so what? And I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty racist. Like, you're really loud. Like, he was loud. And then throughout the date, I was just like, yeah, it was nice talking to them like on the phone. It was nice texting them, but like going out on a date with them, I was like, this is. I didn't even do like the end of the night kiss. I was just like, thank you for taking me out. Like, it was just that bad. I was like, I want to go home now.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
and even like I mean, and sometimes you can get whipped in when you're out with friends and whatever. You can kind
Yeah,
of get whipped into
like a double
into
date
a
or something like that.
yeah, double
Yeah.
date, or like the tension is like everybody needs to find a partner for
Mm,
the night.
yeah.
Like there's been a couple parties, clubs or whatever where everybody's hunting. All the
Yeah.
guys are hunting,
Yeah.
right? And you get whipped into this frenzy of you just got to get somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very much like oh god, there was this one time when I was going out and we were drinking a lot and partying all along King Street in Toronto there, and like there was one guy that it was a bunch of us, it was 10 of us, 10 guys,
Mhm.
and one of our buddies had brought his girlfriend along, whatever, God bless him,
Mhm.
brought his girlfriend along, and very quickly once they were drinking and the tone was right, they were like, we're gonna leave. And it's
Okay.
like, oh, okay, you go have fun.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a couple of our horn dog buddies who's like, that's not fair. He could just leave like that to have fun. Bada, bada, bada.
Yeah.
So they go hunting and they find girls very quickly
Yeah.
because the club we were at or whatever. Anyways, and they disappear.
Right.
And so all of us are like, there's 6 of us left. We're like, okay, well, the hunt is on. And, you're drinking, whatever, you're having fun.
Mhm.
And you get so caught in that testosterone alcohol fueled where it's just like you're wingmanging and your guy and then you guys are going off and then they're leaving with that girl and you're leaving with this girl and you get so into it that all you're thinking about is sex. I have to get this girl. I have to land her. Bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang. And I remember I was like I was in an Uber, went back with this girl and whatever, we were making out in the back of the Uber, and we get outside of her apartment and it was like a like like the soberness hit me all at once.
Oh shit.
It was like I don't even know, like I snapped back to reality and like this girl's like, come up, oh, we'll have so much fun, blah blah blah. And I was like, what am I doing?
Oh my.
What am I doing? I don't even like this girl. I don't even know this girl's name. And I was kind of like, she's like grabbing me by the arm, pulling me. So I'm like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
whatever. So we go. And we go up in the elevator and she's making out with me. And then she's like, come on, come on. And she's like, we're halfway down the hallway. And she's like taking her top off and
Yeah.
whatever. And I was just like, do you want to go eat something? And she's like, huh? I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave.
You
She's
just
like,
oh,
what do
really?
you mean you're going to leave? We're here. I'm going to go. Sorry.
It's
Yeah.
That's not your fault. It's just something just wasn't
Well,
feeling
it's the whole thing of the chase, right? You
right.
get
Yeah.
you're so into like a dog chasing a car, right?
Yeah.
You're so
Yeah.
into, I have to get the car, I have to get the car, I have to get the car. And as you realize, oh, I've got the car,
Yeah.
you're like, wait a
Yeah.
minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Oh
And
no.
she had my number, and she sent me a very sad text message the
Oh
next day.
shit.
I should say angry text message the
Okay.
next day.
Oh shit.
Which of course, I mean, rejection's never good.
Yeah. No, it's
And
not.
especially, and there's also that other side too, where I think she probably felt some kind of way because she was so, like, she barely knew me, I barely knew her.
Yeah.
And she was so willing.
Yeah.
And she probably felt some type of way too. But
Mm.
all that to say, it's no wonder everybody likes the chase, because you get into that
Mhm.
mindset, that
Mhm.
feeling, that emotion, and you kind of turn off in terms of what you're looking for, because you're just looking for that achievement, that
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my little
Interesting.
anecdote.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What other questions do I have here?
I don't know. What other questions do you have?
Do you think that this whole courtship turning into chasing is all because romance has become very much a performance art?
Mm,
People are performing interest, performing commitment, but they're forgetting to connect on a deeper level that makes a relationship important and powerful.
for like in terms of the chase, you're saying, or
Well,
in terms of
just in terms of everything, because
Yeah.
I think really what we've talked about so much over the last 18 episodes
yeah.
is all this idea that relationships are different from expectations, like an open
Yes.
relationship.
Right.
People want access. They want physical intimacy. They want all these things,
Right.
but they want them compartmentalized, and they don't necessarily want them from every person, but they want to have options with every person.
Yes.
And so they perform in a way that it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna woo you, take you out for dinner, adjust my bow tie, and
Mhm.
you'll like me, and I can add you to my roster. And add you to my roster in my open relationship.
Yeah.
So that I can, when we go to a jam together,
Yeah.
we can be like, oh, where's my man at? And then you can see me getting grinded on. Like, it's so performative.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you need to do that to another person? No, you don't. You could just say your intention, right?
Yeah, you can. But to be fair, like I said, the intention was there.
Right.
Like the intention was set out there, but it's just I did not think that they would have done it like broad daylight. It's just like, I don't give a fuck if you're here or not. This is what's happening. I'm like, huh?
Right.
Yeah. So I think that people should going back to like what you're saying, I don't know. I feel like people I don't know how to answer that question. How do you answer that question?
I think people rush into
Yeah.
relationships,
Yeah.
or just rush into intimacy with another person because they want to explore it, they want to feel good, they want things that are instantaneous,
Yes.
and like that instant gratification. And I think a lot of people are hoping relationships help solve some issues that they have internally. And I don't think people are maliciously going out. Not everybody. There are some.
Yes.
I don't think everybody's going out thinking, oh, this person's going to change me. This person's going to help me. This person's going to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people have a lot of things that are wrong, and being intimate with somebody else helps them feel better about themselves in some type of way.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of people who just want that. That's all they want. And so it turns into a chase. It turns into all these aspects of what is really supposed to happen when you're
Right.
courting somebody and in a relationship with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a proper stepping process, and there's a reason that that's such a powerful stepping process, because you connect with your person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ultimately, the world's got fucked up with social media and just life and whatever else, the trials and tribulations. And I think a lot of people have tried to fix that with intimacy from other people.
Yeah.
And that's why we've gotten into this teaching, this coaching from the older generation or friends or whatever, the societal teaching that, oh, you have to chase somebody
Yeah.
It's not about courting, it's about getting what you want, and it's not about having like relationships or whatever. Keep it
Yeah.
open, keep it this. You want to have options.
Right.
And so I think it's like a big, it's a damage.
Yeah.
It's a damage in the heart, a damage in the soul.
Yeah.
And figuring out why you feel that, why you feel the need to go, like, I get if you're out drinking and you connect with somebody,
Mhm.
you whoever you're interested in, and you're like, wow, this person's amazing.
Mhm.
And yeah, sure, if you have sex, if you do whatever, fine. That's your rodeo. Go for it.
Yeah.
But at least there's some level of I like this person.
Yes.
But if your intent is to go out and just have sex with a body,
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked up.
It is. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't care who this person is. I don't care what this person likes. I don't care how open this person's being. My goal is to have sex, and that's what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would think it's not everybody, but I would say that there's this malicious tonality that the world has gotten to,
Yes.
and we should try to correct it by
Yeah.
using proper terminology, like saying
Yeah.
you should court somebody instead of you should chase
them.
and,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And
Mhm.
I hope that people can go back to finding relationships that empower them and make them
Yeah.
feel good, and,
For sure.
and all those
100%.
kinds of things.
Those are important things, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I
That's-
agree.
Yeah, so that's it. I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, I don't. I feel like I think it's the wrong word. I just
Definitely is.
I just think that it's got caught up with no, not necessarily caught up. I think it's just more like like the slang of it all. You know what I mean? Like the chase is more like it's like the modern way,
Mhm.
but it really is different than a courtship,
Mhm.
as what our friend had said at the gym. And people have to realize what the distinction is and how they want to pursue somebody. Do you want to chase somebody or do you want to court them? And those are internal questions that you need to obviously everything comes back to internalizing, right? Like
Yeah,
what
and
it
being
is
more
that you
intentional.
want. Yeah. What it is that you want. What are you expecting out of when you're going out to meeting people? Are you expecting are you looking for that? Or are you looking for just someone to fuck?
It's true.
Today,
Someone to
tomorrow,
masturbate with. Yeah.
exactly. Like what is it that you want, right? Or are you actually really tired and you're really wanting to try to find somebody whenever that somebody comes around that you're interested in to actually court them and not just be like, okay, now I caught you and now I'm gonna put you over my back and I'm gonna fuck you, do all this wild shit, and then I'm just done. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's and that's why it goes back to the whole dating that we go back to again. It's kind of like the dating scene has changed. It's not about more people these days are not looking for the commitment. It's not about that anymore. It's about just, okay, well, you and I are having a really good time. Let's leave it like that.
Mhm.
Let's quote unquote go with the flow. That should be our next topic. Go with the flow. Like that shit. You know what I mean? It's like
Have intention.
exactly, because people, when you go with the flow, it's like so many things can go wrong. So many avenues can go wrong, and then like a woman can start to feel that ick
Mhm.
type of feeling
Because
towards
you're
a
not
man.
aligned.
Yeah, and then you're not talking about communicating, and you're not, so it's just make sure the intentions are there. Like if you're wanting to chase somebody, why are you chasing them? Are you chasing them because you're realizing that there are other people that are interested in them and they have this aura about them that are just like, I just need to get to know them. But why do you want to get to know? To what degree do you want to get to know them? Or do you not know? And you're just gonna figure that out as you go along and start talking to them, right? Because there's a lot of people that are like that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are just don't think that they're ready, but then all of a sudden it just blindsided and it happens, right? Like naturally. And that's the thing is like when I talked to Albert about this yesterday, talked about a podcast that one of the podcasts he was watching, he was like, if he were to ever get into a relationship with somebody, he would want it to happen organically. And that we've talked about, I think we touched base on that like previously. Organic relationships are the ones that actually are like they have a really strong foundation, I think, in the very beginning, because it's kind of like, yeah, it's back to the whole courtship. Like your goal is to like blend together, right? And it's just like that's how relationships should form organically and not be forced. But again, it can happen when you are just literally like trying to like get somebody, right? Chase somebody.
It's
So
intention too, right?
yeah,
Like you have to intend on having an organic relationship, because if you have somebody who's interested in you,
right.
if you have someone who's interested in you and you're interested in them, if you massage that
Yeah.
and you work on that together, if you court each other,
Yeah.
then that will grow and you'll be like, wow, that was a really organic relationship.
Right.
But and you can also turn a chase relationship.
Yeah.
You can turn that into an organic relationship.
Yeah.
But it all requires intention. You both have to be on the side of, I'm not just trying to get one thing out of you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if you're a partner that I want to build with.
Right. That's
and
right.
then I want to grow with you from there. So like, let's see if we're mutually compatible. Oh, we are, and now we grow together.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like a come here. Ah, I got you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I see it. So, but yeah, I think that was like, hopefully we covered a lot.
I think we did. I mean, like it's so interesting how, like, even when our friend at the gym said, well, you got it all wrong, you're using the wrong words, I was like, holy shit, that's so true, you're right.
Yeah.
And you know, as I always like to say, words have power, that's why they call it spelling.
Yeah.
Fucking what a good sentence there. And when he said that, I was like, oh my god, yeah, you're right. The intention has to be that I'm gonna try for you and you're gonna try for me, and let's see how this thing goes together.
Yeah.
That's how you build organically. That's how you build something that's strong and
Yes.
has a really good foundation.
Yes.
If you're always having to pick up the slack in the relationship, they might say they love you, but you're the one putting in all the effort, right?
Yeah, exactly. And and to go to point, like what we've said before, it's like, regardless of like the relationship that you have, one is always going to work just a little bit more so than the other. And I find that happens a lot. You know what I mean? Even though when you think you're at the same level, there's always going to be one just a little bit more so, and that's okay, as long as it's at some sort of a little bit of a balance, and not like like a teeter-totter, or like one of those weights, you know, those weight thingies, and it's just like one is all the way up here and the other one's like friggin' like doing shit all. So it's like but yeah, no, I get it.
No, exactly, you know.
Yeah.
One person's trying to plan dates and everything, and the other person's going to Japan. And on that note,
today you just go, what are we doing, 3 for 3? That was 2 for 2.
So that's that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, I feel like this is an interesting one. I'm curious to see what our friend the King says.
Oh yes. I'm curious
to know. He's gonna watch this episode and be like, "Fuck, you're right," or he's gonna be like, "No, you guys are wrong."
I will let you know.
I'm curious what you say.
I'll let you know.
So on that note, thanks for joining us. Enjoy episode 18, and or I hope you enjoyed episode 18 because we're at the end now, and
it's still daylight.
It's still daylight. I know.
I looked at the podcast the other day, and all I saw was a little green dot.
Yeah, like floating around.
I was like, whoo.
That's the problem, but we got it on time today. I'll see you guys in episode 19.
19. Yep. Bye.